Hello, Fab Foodies. It's Thursday, and so I'm here live with you doing some prep for tonight's new season launch. So I have a bunch of girls from my team and their guests and some adopted team members from teams across the country and, well, now the continent because we are global US. Hello, Danielle. I don't have any US consultants joining me in my living room this afternoon, but I do have a bunch of guests from other teams coming tonight, and so I thought I would let you join me in my kitchen while I do some of my prep. So if you read the tagline there, I said, did you know you can make lasagna in the microwave? So if you happen to own our Good Italian Real Fast collection, the Speedy lasagna recipe comes in the kit, but it's also found on my website. I won't spoil the secret about what else is going into this lasagna tonight because you have to come tonight to see. But I am going to show you how our raw to ready in 20 minutes or less can apply to something as awesome as comfort food like lasagna. So let's get started. This is our multi-purpose steamer. I know you've seen me use this lots of times. It does come with the lid. It comes with a tray, but tonight we're not using the tray because I don't need it for making the lasagna. But in your multi-purpose steamer, you want to layer your marinara sauce or whatever other mystery sauce this might be. About half a cup in the bottom, just enough to cover the bottom of the steamer so that your noodles get moist and don't stick to the bottom. We want a little bit of moisture, obviously, because we're using oven-ready noodles, but oven-ready noodles need liquid. So half a cup in the bottom of your steamer. As I have mentioned on many occasions when I'm showing you one-pot pastas and stuff like that, I always use just crushed tomatoes and our seasonings blasted in the food processor or the blender. This sauce also has an entire zucchini mashed up in there because any way that you can add extra veg, I highly recommend it. So once your sauce is in there, you're going to layer in your oven-ready lasagna noodles. It's approximately 3 across the bottom based on the size of the steamer. Let's break them. They're a little bit too big for the actual bottom, so I find I end up breaking them anyway, even when I do a full-size lasagna. And then you want 2 eggs. I have done this lasagna before without the eggs, and I make our Alfredo sauce. Good news, it also comes in the Good Italian Real Fast kit. So you can make the Alfredo sauce as per the package instructions. And then whisk the eggs with, it says 2 cups of ricotta. I've just, again, made fresh cheese using the fresh cheese maker. That one's no longer available. But if you invite me over to your house and we have a cooking class, I'll show you how you can make fresh cheese without it. So I'm mashing in the ricotta and the egg. And you can see it looks just like ricotta in there, because it is, essentially. And then to the cheese and egg mixture, I feel like Jamie Oliver over here. You want to stir in 4 cups of spinach. I'm using fresh. I imagine you could use frozen. It might be a little more watery if you use frozen chopped spinach, but maybe not. I don't really know. So mix the cheese and spinach together. This is, again, just a nice way to get lots of veggies into your lasagna. The spinach, the moisture from the spinach also helps make the noodles nice and soft when you cook it. So we're going to put half of this spinach and cheese mixture onto our layer of noodles. You know what? I'm going to shove a little extra noodle there in the bottom corner. So half of the cheese and spinach mixture onto your noodles. Just kind of mash it down in there. So I'm going to show you what it looks like in here in just a second. Don't worry, my hands are clean. Anybody who's coming to eat tonight. Okay. So there's our layer in there. And then we're going to add some more sauce on top of the cheese. So half of what's left here. I used one of, again, the big Costco size can of tomatoes, and so it makes a lot of sauce, which is why I already have this nice pile of prepared sauce here left over from the other day when I was test kitchen. So once you have your sauce, then you're gonna do another layer of noodles. You guys too big as well. Another layer of noodles. Again, this is a great one if you are, you know, a busy family that has lots and lots of weeknight commitments, whether it's, who's watching? Danielle. Scouts. Girl Guides, brownies, yoga class, soccer, football, baseball. Morgan says, hello. I love Speedy lasagna. See, Morgan is crazier than I am. Morgan has 5 little boys, and so Speedy lasagna is pretty much how her life has to run, because when you have more than 3 children, you need to get dinner done. So we have another layer of noodles in there, and then we just do it again. So we did sauce, noodles, cheese and spinach. Sauce, noodles, cheese and spinach. So you put the rest of the cheese and spinach in there. If you're making this lasagna for people who don't like spinach, send me a message, because if you remove the spinach from this, you won't have enough moisture for your noodles. So if you are at the stage where you're like, you know what, I want to make that lasagna just talked about, but nobody in my house is going to eat the spinach, give me a call, send me a message, and I will help you find an alternative to this. It might just mean more sauce. Lots and lots more sauce. But really, maybe we just start getting adventurous and you say, listen, house, you're eating this lasagna with spinach whether you like it or not. So there is our second layer of cheese and lasagna. Spinach. So now we're going to do the last layer of noodles. And I have a huge pile here of all the broken bits, so I am going to use some of them. Waste not, want not, right? Because once they cook up and you cut it all apart, it doesn't really matter what the noodles looked like when you added them to the pan. So there we go. We have our last layer of noodles, and then you add the rest of your sauce to the top of the noodles. I am not going to cook this for you right now because I'm going to cook it for my guests coming tonight, and I actually want it to still be warm when they get here. It probably would be anyway because it's almost 5 o'clock and they're coming in about an hour and a half. But once you have your last layer of sauce on there, you cover with the lid, which is over here. Now, you could also use a meat sauce here. I made this for our dinner the other night, and I used a meat sauce. It just adds more bulk, more protein, and my people, I use turkey, you can use beef, you can use chicken, you could use pork if you wanted to. You could use mashed up sausages. This one, because I'm feeding it to a lot of guests who are coming tonight, I'm not using meat just in case, because not everybody wants meat. And then you put the lid on, like this, and it goes into the microwave for 15 minutes. When the 15 minutes is done, you pop the lid off, sprinkle some fresh grated cheese, and put the lid back on, and you let it rest for 3 to 5 minutes just out on the counter while you put plates together, get your side salad ready, etc. And the cheese will melt, and that will help the noodles to set and really fully absorb all that moisture, and your lasagna will be done. So I might be nice, and I will come back on live here and throw it into the microwave just before I prepare it for my guests coming tonight. But that's it. Your lasagna is ready. It is here in the steamer. I will show you. It is ready to pop into the microwave. Now, if you don't use a microwave, This steamer also just makes a really great lasagna pan. You could pop this into the oven for about 40 minutes at 375 and bake it like you would do a normal lasagna. It just means you don't get your dinner ready in 15 minutes. Instead, it takes you like an hour, which is the whole beautiful thing about our steamers. So I'm going to take a quick look here, because I have a bunch of comments. Who else is watching? Desiree. Desiree is one of my new team members, all the way from Alabama. Hello, Desiree. Morgan says she loves Speedy lasagna. Yes, Speedy Speed is everything I need, says Morgan, the mother of 5 boys. Kathy, also a member of my team, says she uses zucchini slices instead of noodles. So if you're gluten-free or trying to cut out carbs entirely, carbs and I are friends, so I don't cut them out. But you can also use zucchini slices in place of noodles. Yes, Kathy. Melissa says you could also try diced cauliflower. Is that in place of the spinach? Ooh, I like the sound of that. Morgan says she chops up the spinach and the zucchini really, really small so that complainy pences in her house don't notice. All really great suggestions, guys. Thank you for tuning in. If you are joining me tonight, the party gets started at 7, so come on down about 6:45 and just say hi to the other guests. Grab yourself one of the new catalogs and come and try some of the new goodies. I'm not cooking everything in the new catalog tonight, so if you would like to try it and you can't come tonight, you are also welcome to invite me over and we'll have a cooking class at your place. Kathy says zucchini for extra moisture. Okay, so when I said you don't want spinach, zucchini, and diced cauliflower are suggestions made by our lovely viewers tonight for other ways to add the extra moisture that you need so that your noodles don't come out crunchy. So thanks for watching, Fab Foodies. I'm glad I could share something awesome with you tonight. And if you're joining me tonight, I am looking forward to sharing even more awesome. So have a great night. Bye.